It is Monday and I'm in Luton Airport. Anyway, so I'm just waiting for the gate to be announced. Apparently the gate's being announced like quarter of an hour before the gate closes, so hopefully it's not that far. It isn't a really big airport, so it's not about dash miles, but here we are. So this is the first part, well, apart from driving the airport, this is the first part of the journey, so let's see. So we just levelled off, don't know what height, don't know what engines this has got, by the sounds of it, a couple of 12 horse bricks and strands. The one thing that did occur to me is that apart from obviously flying myself, this is the first time I've been on a passenger airliner flight for over 3 years because of everything. Mad, isn't it? Right, so I'm near the exit now of the airport here at Lyon, and just got to hang around and wait for Farmer Phil, who's joining me. Phil and I met before at class, and he's a good old boy, so I'm looking forward to seeing him again. But I don't know, it just, me and Phil on a trip, it just conjures up images of this.
Well, Ted, like I said the last time, it won't happen again. Take off, cop!
Oh, mate. You right?
Good, and yourself?
Yeah, good flight?
Yeah, not too bad. Just sat in the runway for half an hour.
You're here now, though.
They're here now, eventually.
So this is the Michelin museum place, but look at that. I think even Dan and his lovely hair would struggle to change that. Obviously some sort of dump truck, I would imagine, that would go on. Oh, here's, look, here. Not real bad at that. There we go. It's for a 600-ton dump truck. Oh, 59, 80 to 63. That is some tyre. The biggest tyre I've ever seen.
So they actually decided to make tires for the car, and they actually built the first car that was equipped with air-filled tires. This is this car, and it's called Lightning. Lightning was made to participate in a race, the first car race in the world. It was Paris, Bordeaux, Paris. 1,200 kilometers in less than 1 hour, which seems nothing for us, but it was quite the challenge at the time. So to make this car, they took a Peugeot car and they put a heavy Daimler engine at the back. And they had to drive themselves the car because nobody wanted to do it. People were scared of this. And they managed to finish the race. They did not win, but they managed to arrive at the end.
So we just had a bit of food and some drinks. But the story of Michelin itself is incredible. You would not believe what they've been involved with over the years. Like owning Citroën for 40 years. Who ever knew that? I know somebody's going, oh, I knew that. Well, I fucking didn't. But yeah, absolutely amazing. What do you reckon, Phil? Good?
Yeah, no. Price of that tyre outside. I couldn't imagine putting 6 of them on a machine.
I'll show you. I'll show you again. So, look at that tyre. Massive thing here. Just stand beside it, Phil. Just to give some people some idea of just how big that is.
6'1".
Look at that, look. A €50,000 per tyre. Anyway, that place is incredible. It is Tuesday morning, and we're all here waiting at the bus, the coach here, to take us to the Michelin testing ground. It's a nice sort of crisp, clear morning. It's quite nice actually. Yeah, so let's see what today brings. Right, Marcus, we are right in the heart of Michelin's test centre, which is incredible. I mean, it's just this massive facility. Cars, there's something like, I don't know, 20 tracks they use. And here in the middle, right in the heart of it, is the farming element, where they do all the agricultural stuff. And they're putting on a test at the moment. The one that, you remember George and I did, where we had the 2 tractors pulling that big T8? It's a similar sort of test here. They've got 2 cases and it's amazing. Anyway, I'll show you all this on the full video, which I'll be doing shortly, so just keep your eye out for that. What's that like, Phil?
It's something else.
Is it? You like that?
I don't know now, would it be any good in Longford now?
Yeah, I mean, you said your average field size is what?
About 5 acres.
Do you think Father Phil would notice if you got a home?
No, I'm sure it'd hide it in some of the sheds there, you never know.
There's always somewhere to hide
There's always
something.
somewhere. But round the back of a hedge somewhere.
So 9RX, obviously that was impressive. Never driven a 9RX, of course that's another one crossed off the list. But here's the thing, not bad conditions admittedly, but the ride was as smooth as anything, and I think that's what Michelin's whole thing is with its track system. Right, we're in this sprayer now. We're going to test out these new Michelin spray tyres on a chicane.
This is superb. Drifting in a sprayer.
That was impressive. So yeah, I'm just, you know, drifting in a sprayer, as you do.
Look at the surround. Look at where we are. Look. I ain't being funny, but you gotta go somewhere to see places like this. So 3.6 bar. And you can see how much has pushed all that soil together. Now, drop those pressures down to 1 bar. Look at that. So here we are, it's lunchtime now. Oh, very, very good. If your dad could see you now. On the private jet, how much leg room? In all of it. But yeah, it's very nice. So, as we said, there's some social media creators from all over Europe involved in the agricultural sector. And me and Phil are coming along just for the ride. So yeah, we're joining them and going down to Spain to see
Valderrama? No, northern Spain.
northern Spain, is where we're going. And yeah, so we're going to go down there and look at the factory, I think.
Yeah.
It's done so much so far. I can't remember what we're doing, but yeah. So we're going to go and look at the Michelin factory and yeah, see how we get on down there. There we go. Just landed in Spain. Quite a nice temperature actually. So let's see what the next part of the adventure brings.
Come, Elwood. Let us adjourn ourselves to the nearest table and overlook this establishment's board of fare.
Good evening, Chez Paul.
It is Wednesday morning at 7:30 here, 6:30 back at home, and it's a wonderful enclosed sort of courtyard here in Spain at the hotel. Yeah, so we're off to the factory today. I'm just waiting for Phil to, well, either turn up or get up. I don't know which it is. Left him a message. But anyway, yeah, this is where it is. It's a lovely, lovely place. So I'm just having a coffee, and then we're gonna, yeah, get packed, get all our stuff on the coach, and then head to Michelin's factory. So obviously today's Wednesday. We've just done the tour around the Michelin factory. Unfortunately, we can't film most of it. Oh look, no word of a lie. That little van is like the Michelin police, and Dan, who's filming, he just got nearly arrested by the Michelin. That's like getting arrested at Euro Disney, mate. Disappointing. Anyway, so we've been around the factory here in Spain. It is incredible. Did learn a lot. Got some footage that we were allowed to show, and I'll put it on the main video. But like I said, it's probably on Goodyear tyres. Anyway, but it's really good. Had a fantastic time. Learned a lot. We're now going to go to the airport, get on the Michelin private jet, fly up to Paris basically, and then head home. So it's been amazing. Tired, I'm absolutely shattered, but it has been amazing. So we're on the last leg now, Phil.
Yeah.
It's been an incredible 3 days.
Absolutely.
I mean, we haven't stopped. I know it sounds like a big jolly, and it's been great. Yeah, everything's been brilliant, but
It's just one thing, next thing, next thing, next thing. It just
crams so much in, you know.
Yeah.
Which you have to. I mean, as I said, you got so much to see, but it's been
great.
But I've always found any event that Michelin put on is first class. They really know how to look after people, and they really know how to put on a good time, a good event, and this is certainly no exception. This is amazing. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a long way from the bog I am.
That's nice to see something
it's
different.
Lovely to get away and see how things are done differently.
Yeah, meet different people
and different landscapes. It's,
yeah,
it's an experience.
Yeah, I mean, we're climbing out now. You can see there. So, but yeah, as I said, it's just nice. Been with so many different content creators, haven't we, from all over Europe. Hungary, Poland, Germany, France, Bulgaria,
Czech Republic, Turkey.
Yeah. So anyway, our in-flight drinks are about to turn up, I think. We just had our drinks, complimentary drinks, but a bit tight with the Coke. I mean, you'd think we'd had a JD and Coke, the amount they'd put in there, but the Kit Kat just tasted. You didn't like that, did you? No. A Spanish Kit Kat.
No, don't like Spanish Kit Kat at all.
I hear you're a racist now, Father.
Right, back in the UK. So I'm gonna get the car now, and then head back. Poor old Phil is still stuck in Paris Charles de Gaulle for another 3 hours at least. Another 3 hours, and then he's got his flight home to Ireland and a drive home after that. Poor old boy. Right, I'll grab the truck and then catch you in a bit. It is Thursday, and back at the land of the living. It's been a fantastic 3 days, as I'm sure you can see. There was so much more that we just weren't able to put on the video because of time. Poor old Phil didn't get home till about 2 a.m. I think. It is Friday, and it's also my birthday today. And I must admit, been quite sort of touched really with the amount of people that sent me messages and stuff. It's been really nice. But anyway, I've been doing emails, I've been doing sort of playing catch up from being away this week, as you'll have seen, kept out of the way. It's quite nice, it's quite nice. But anyway, let's see what tomorrow brings. It is Saturday, so back on with the Ifor Williams trailer, and as you know, it's been blasted and it's now going to be stripped, so the axles and everything off, and then sent away to be re-galvanized. But before that happens, the place it failed last time, the floor, funnily enough, was here, where there's a huge gap between these two bearers. Who'd have guessed? So we're going to put another bearer in here. Okay, so now you can see we've just put that extra bearer in there, and that works exactly right if we're going to fit mud guards. That one and that one there, because there's a big gap there, as like I said. However, those that have used Ifor Williams, especially for loading something like an old Fordson Major or something on, you'll know you'll get it exactly where you want it to be, weight-wise, distribution just right, which is normally there. And then you'll see the board sag, especially once they've had a few years wear. Anyway, these are just put in just to give the board a bit of support. They're not to take the weight. These bearers do that, but it just stops the board sagging. So we've done there, a couple in this side, just there. And we've also just put them off the centre, because you've got a nice square then, and obviously that square of board ain't going to give anywhere. So there we go. Little things like this, that makes a big difference for the finished product, especially when that's then galvanised. No, not yet. Your bit is at the end. It is Sunday, muckers, and what a week. Well, I'm sure you can see I had a fantastic time, and I just want to thank Michelin, not because I have to or I'm obliged or anything like that. I just want to. I want to thank them for giving me that opportunity of seeing all that stuff, going to some wonderful places, but being with some fantastic people. Now, the thing is, muckers, that if I'm going to be working with a company and put them on this channel, they have to reach a certain standard, and that's quite a high standard. And the reason for that is quite simple. As I'm sure you're gathering by now, I don't have a lot of time to just mess around with stuff that's sort of mediocre or meh. We got no time for that crap! And the other thing is, those that are forward-thinking, muckers, that get social media. A lot of companies don't. But as I said, companies like that, yeah, of course, they use my platform to showcase their product.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well...
Would you look at that?
That's part of it, but that's for them. That's their little part of it. My part of it is I can get the content, and when I'm there and when I'm looking around this stuff, I actually learn quite a lot, which I love. But I get the content then that I can show you, and that's what it's all about. So be that from an aspect that some of you are thinking, oh, I didn't know that, and maybe we can consider one of those or something like that, next time we're looking to change or buy something, or purely because it gives you stuff to think, well, I didn't know they made them like that, or I didn't know they did this or did that.
How exactly does a Positrack rear end on a Plymouth work?
It just does.
It works well for both parties, but like I said, it has to reach a certain standard, because I don't have the time to mess around with stuff that's just, mediocre.
God damn, Jimmy. This some serious gourmet shit.
Now, usually you don't appear at the end of these videos, the mucking about ones, do you? But you seem very determined today to want to play a little part. So there we go, look. That's you're on it, all right? Is that all right? Can I say goodbye now? Anyway, muckers, like I said, a fantastic week. Hope you enjoyed it. There's tons more coming up. I'll let you know when I'm putting my Michelin video up. Tons more to go and have a look back at throughout the channel, as you know. But yeah, I got to crack on and carry on filming content and editing for you lot. See you on the next one. Do well.